Hey! So, I don't even know what I'm talking about in this video today. Okay, anyway, so it was 4th of July weekend. Yay! US! Fireworks! Pow! Pow! And then we also found baby skunks. They were basically kind of piled up into a ball outside of one of my dad's shops. He noticed them from afar. At first he thought, is there like a dead cat? Is there a dying cat? What is that ball of fluff that's barely moving? My dad was like, oh yeah, it's really hot. They've probably come outside to cool off. And it looked really odd and I was a little bit concerned, and this was Saturday night. Sunday morning, Brandon and I, where did we go? Bike riding! We went bike riding. We came back and they're out again. And so this time I start watching them. I watched them for 2 hours. Mama skunk does not appear. And then I realized they probably don't have a mom and I need to find somebody to take them to, because I would love to take care of them and release them into the wild, but it's illegal to do that if you're not licensed. And I also don't know how to take care of baby animals very well. Apparently they require a special milk. If their bodies aren't warm enough and you feed them, they'll die. If you feed them too much, they'll die. And if you don't feed them the right stuff, they'll die. So I finally got a hold of a lady who is like literally 10 minutes from me. I said, well, what do we do next? And she said, well, you try to capture them. And she said, and I will take them. I told my dad this. He gets home from fishing and I'm like, well, I'm gonna catch these skunks. And he's like, I'm not having anything to do with that. And but somehow he changes his mind when he sees how adorable, he changes his mind. So basically we have a basket and a towel, and that's the plan. I was having a hard time sliding something under the basket because basically we were supposed to put the basket over the pile of skunks, cover them with a towel so that we don't startle them, and then slide like a piece of cardboard underneath to trap them in the basket. My skunks were clever and they were trying to get out under the basket. My dad has a cardboard box and he's like, what we're gonna do is you're gonna lift the basket when I say go, and I'm gonna kind of usher the skunks into the cardboard box. Here's a thing. Baby skunks don't like to be ushered. Baby skunks don't like to be kind of like plopped into something. That's when baby skunks are gonna spray. Don't worry, nobody got sprayed. The skunk kind of squirted the box. I was wearing a full face guard. My dad had goggles on. I also had gloves because you're supposed to wear gloves. I learned from the wildlife rehabilitator that baby skunks rarely have rabies. They're also very, very gentle. As long as you're not like trying to scoot that skunk in a box and you just gently pick it up, you can pick up a baby skunk. I had goggles on and we looked underneath the burrow with the flashlight. We're like, are there any more skunks in there? And then we end up finding the baby mama skunk, and she had died with her babies. It wasn't too long ago, and apparently it was a snake bite. So at least we know that we didn't take the baby skunks away from any baby mama. They did need to be saved. The 5th skunk comes running around the corner. Brandon and I are already taking the baby skunks to the lady. I get a phone call from my dad and he says, number 5 has arrived. And he kind of scooped it up with a little towel, and this time he admitted I couldn't help it, I had to pet it. So the baby skunks went to the rehab lady. She promptly gave them warm baths, shampooed them to get rid of fleas and ticks, gave them medicine for all the bad things they may have ingested while they were by themselves. She promptly, after warming them up, gave them a nice dinner of formula, and they went to sleep and they were happy skunks. I miss my skunks a lot. I miss seeing them in the ball of fluff. But the baby skunks are doing well. I checked in on them yesterday and they are doing great. Here's something that I didn't know about. Most people think that when they see a skunk, in the daylight and did the daytime that apparently it has rabies, especially out here in the country, and they shoot them because they think they have rabies. That is the biggest myth that people know. If you see possums, skunks, raccoons, and other animals like that in the daytime, which they're traditionally nighttime animals, 95% of the time they are mama animals. Animals with babies will go out daytime or nighttime to feed themselves so that they can support their young. So when you see an animal out in the daytime, look at it. Does this animal look healthy? Is it doing normal animal things? Like, is it foraging, digging in the ground, looking for bugs and roots? Is it eating? Does it look relatively healthy? So don't shoot them. Don't call animal control and get somebody to take them off, because there are baby animals involved and they need their mamas. Now, if you happen to see a wild animal during the daytime that's normally not out in the day, and it looks sick and its fur is skanky and it's just milling around in a circle and it doesn't really know what it's doing, then yeah, that could be unhealthy. But just remember this: if you happen to see a wild animal out in the daytime when it's not usually out, it's probably a happy mama and it needs to eat. I love baby skunks. I love the baby skunks. They're so adorable. Don't try to keep a wild animal as a pet. And if you happen to find any babies, don't leave them alone. Don't throw them away. Don't try to take care of them yourself. Rescue them. Keep them quiet. Don't startle them. Go online, find your nearest wildlife rehabilitator, and take those baby animals to them. Anyway, here's a video of the little stinkers that I took on my iPhone. Sorry that we probably could have videotaped the baby skunk rescue and that would have been entertaining, especially when we were like trying to not get sprayed. But we didn't do that, so let's just pretend we did. I don't have anything really else to say. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. And if you have any comments about baby skunks, leave comments below. Everybody asks for this, so start commenting and like the video. Apparently that's a good thing. Or subscribe, that's even better. It'll let you know when I post the next video.